battle has just begun!
I am back from SakuraCon. Ladies and gentlemen, and folks, I'm back, and it may surprise you that I didn't have any battles to upload until SakuraCon. Thankfully, on Saturday, that blessed Saturday, I had a ton of Pokemon X and Y battles, and this is going to be one of them. This guy wasn't even in the tournament. I just ran into this guy, and he was dressed up as his trainer, as his in-game trainer. Like, no joke, he was like cosplaying his in-game X-trainer, so that's really cool. He said he wanted to try out a team. He has a very, very clearly Drizzle-themed team. Probably has Damprock, although I was a bit worried about the possibility of like Choice Scarf or something, but pretty sure it's Damprock. I'm gonna score a crit with Giga Drain there. At a glance, I didn't even notice the crit, and I was like wondering if he had like a 0 IV in special defense or something. But no, that was a critical hit, so yeah. So, still not quite sure what his Magnezone is. I'll have to watch out for that later. I'm going to switch into Empoleon now, go for Stealth Rock. Basically, I just want to get Stealth Rocks up, and then Empoleon's life is done. It could be sleep fodder, but an important thing to note, other than the fact he could switch into Magnezone, like, on this turn, and just destroy my Empoleon, which I kind of don't care about. The other important thing to note is I don't know whether or not this guy is going to follow Sleep Claws, because I just like physically bumped into this guy at the convention. He has a very Smoogany-ish looking team, but whether or not he's just going to click Spore right after sporing, like predicting me to switch and be like a complete bastard or not, I don't know. So I'm going to play it safe, stay in quote-unquote safe. It's kind of throwing away my Empoleon, but he's going to go Earthquake, which is weird. I'm going to switch into Venusaur. This Venusaur is a wonderful, wonderful thing. Can take hits like nobody's business, and he switches into Goodra, predicting my grass move, and he shows me the Sap Sipper ability, so now I'm kind of worried that he's going to like click Outrage and be like Choice Banded or something, but that is not the case. He's going to whiff a Fire Blast, which is just fine, and then switch out immediately, so I guess he is Assault Vest. This turn is kind of funny. We're gonna double switch. It looks like I just switched Empoleon into a Thunderbolt, but that's not what happened. We both switched at the same time, and then I literally cannot switch out because of Magnet Pull, so then he just blows up my Empoleon. Based on that damage, that is definitely Choice Specs. So now I know we have the Choice Specs Magneton to play with. And I also know that I can force out Magneton all day, every day with Diggersby. Just click that return, they're not going to stay in. And then I get to slam whatever switches in. And holy cannoli, that's a defensive Gastrodon, and it is easily two-shot by a return from Diggersby, and that's just stock adamant damage. You know, I don't have a Choice Band. This is my, Choice Scarf Diggersby used for revenging. So Politoed comes in here. The way he switches it in, I'm kind of afraid that he is scarfed, although Diggersby should be faster. I am also certain that it will be able to eat up a return because Politoed has a lot of HP to play with. So I'm going to go into Venusaur, which is a safe thing. He hammers me with a Hydro Pump. He nails me, I should say. A little brain fart because the hammer and the nail, right? It's like English isn't my first language. So he's just going to switch into a Grass move again, which I really couldn't care about at all. He's going to switch my, he's going to predict my Fairy switch in though nicely, go for Sludge Bomb and get that nice poison status, which is going to poison me and be nasty. So, I don't know. That's kind of whatever. I'm just going to go for Wish and just kind of stall out the turns of rain, because yeah, like once the rain ends, because Drizzle got nerfed to shit in this game, I can just stall out the rain, and when it ends, then I know Politoed's gonna come in, and then I can just attack it whenever it comes in, if that makes any sense. So yeah, Drizzle, definitely not the haymaker it was in its glory days. I am, however, gonna make a weird segue there. I'm gonna switch Arcanine in, banking on him going for a steel move, Flash Cannon, and I predict that correctly. It would have been kind of a disaster if he went for like Thunderbolt or something, because choice specs coming off of a Magnezone, hitting Arcanine, who is not famous for its special defense, that it might have taken it out in one hit, but I'm not sure. So I'm gonna make the smart person play again, 2 turns in a row now. This is extraordinarily rare, me using up rain for 2 turns consecutively. I'm gonna go for close combat, knowing that it will take out the Magnezone, but it will also do a lot of damage to the incoming Politoed should he decide to do that, and he does do that. And that weakens Politoed a lot. And because I don't see leftovers, it's probably Damp Rock. So yeah, Mungus comes in. I am just gonna go Extreme Speed. Yeah, he switches into Extreme Speed, and that's cool. That's just some nice damage. Does a good chunk, so that's nice to see. Sylveon, oddly, is death fodder in this match. It usually makes or breaks like the match for me, but Amoonguss, Sylveon can't even begin to do anything to Amoonguss, which I guess is the positive effects of fairy typing, you know, like fairies can't really hit poison types per se, but yeah, that was a super effective Clear Smog, and it did peanuts. So like, I don't know, I still don't think the balance is exactly fair, but you know, whatever. I can't kill Amoonguss. That isn't exactly news. Nobody can really kill Amoonguss. It's one of those bulky grass types that never dies, so I'm gonna try to pass a Wish to Venusaur. A bit risky, but he's shown me Clear Smog. He likely doesn't have Hidden Power Fire, and if he wants to use Giga Drain, more power to you. It's not going to do anything. So that is the very, very safe Wish passing scenario. Greninja comes in. I really want to nail this guy with U-turn from Scarf Diggersby, which is my #1 Greninja killer. I'm gonna try to death fodder off Sylvester, but he is too strong for his own good, lives on 1 HP, but thankfully the poison status that was given to me is going to finish the job, so Sylveon is death fodder after all, and Politoed comes in and survives by the skin of its teeth. The Stealth Rock damage almost kills it, but not quite, which is redundant. I just said the same thing twice, because, you know, awesome. So now Sylvester, the Sylveon, is going to die. And I can go into Arcanine here. I'm going to go for Flare Blitz, oddly enough, because, you know, if maybe he doesn't know that if Stealth Rocks kill him, that the weather won't come back. Maybe he'll want to save Politoed. And maybe, outside chance, he'll want to switch Amoonguss in. Even with the rain up, it will do a lot because Stab and Life Orb. Yeah, basically all Saturday, Arcanine was doing crazy work. It was a beautiful, beautiful thing. So, this frog guy who's in Super Smash Bros. 4 comes out, and it's gonna go for Hydro Pump, which is scary because it does a lot of damage. He's actually gonna make a misplay here, go for Ice Beam, perhaps forgetting about the Thick Fat ability, or maybe just forgetting I was a Mega Venusaur because let's be honest, Mega Venusaur kind of looks like normal Venusaur. But he's going to score a crit there, so it doesn't matter in the end. If he landed the Harder Pump, he would have killed me either way, just because stab Harder Pump in the rain with Life Orb on Greninja, that's a killer. So now I finally get to kill that Greninja, although I don't get to kill it in the way that I wanted to. I really wanted to one-shot it with U-turn. That's always the most fun way to blow up a Greninja. Mungus comes in here. I'm gonna make a pretty smart person play. That's what I'm trying to say. I know this man is just gonna spam Spore. I can feel it in the cockles of my heart, so I'm gonna go for a turn, get some nice extra damage. I'm fiddling with the focus, so this video looks bad, but yeah, I do a Grand Canyon-sized amount of damage to Amoonguss, and just going to Arcanine, who very strangely checks his Drizzle team. Yeah, that's weird to say. So I'm gonna go for Flare Blitz. He decides to Death Fodder off Magnezone, which I was surprised about at the time, but it's whatever, I guess. Still in the Scarf Magnezone camp, although I suppose Substitute Magnezone is the best. Actually, Analytic Choice Specs Magnezone is the cool kid set to run, and that may be what he had. I never did ask him if he had analytic ability or not, but his extremely bizarre Sap Sipper Dragon guy is going to come in again, just switching to Dragonite. I was actually hoping he would go Dragon Pulse and give me the free boost, but it doesn't matter since I can take him out with the Dragon Claw from stock damage. Anyway, now Amoonguss is in. I just want to fodder Dragonite so I can get in my Fire Dogi and just blow him up accordingly, and he shows me Toxic, which is whatever, and I'm just going to finish the game with a nice Dragon Claw. And that, my friends, is going to be the first match I had at SakuraCon, which was last weekend. Easter weekend. That was some fun stuff. Fun stuff. So if you enjoyed this, please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And as always, I will see you later, YouTube.